Just this like feeling you get when you spin. I don't know, it's like the world disappears and that's all that's left. It's just you and what you're doing.
I got started with poi because I was working at Poppy's. My friend Shane Santel, after work, was like, man, you gotta check these things out. And he had some glow poi, and he was standing in the parking lot and he was playing with it, and I'm like, oh, that's awesome. And he goes, yeah, I have some that you can light on fire. And I'm like, oh, I'm sold.
Spinning poise is this like perfect balance between free and uninhibited movement of like in every direction, and I love it because it's a great way. I could walk into somewhere where I don't know anybody. I can walk into a town where I don't know anybody. Walk to the nearest park and just start spinning, and sure enough, in half an hour or so, somebody's gonna come by and say, "Hey, you spin poi. Well, come here. Like I have some friends," and I don't know. It's a great way to get connected with people.
Well, anyway, where the name come from? It's definitely a play on words. We were talking about how, like, the word like pyre for fire, inspire all, to inspire people, to inspire all people. And then there's also the idea of inspiral, which is like to whenever you're like spinning, like you're in a spiral, and that like being in a spiral. So I guess the name just came from that sort of play on words, the idea of pyre, like fire, and the idea of to inspire all people, and sort of being in spiral, which is this kind of wild, playful feeling ourselves.
I guess I was a pyro as a kid, so I mean I've played with fire all my life. Most of the time getting yelled at by my mother about it, but nowadays it's just kind of like I don't really think about the risk. There isn't much like risk in my mind. It's calculated. It's not just something we're doing. It's something that we've practiced and we've done over and over and over and over.
I think certainly our like openness to teach anybody, and that anybody can be a part of it, it certainly gets people out. It's trying not to create too much of an intimidating atmosphere, trying to be very welcoming. It's like everybody kind of has their own place in it, and even within people spinning poi and people spinning staff, it's like everybody kind of comes at it with their own personality, so much of that is mixed into all of it too, that you get a lot out of getting people together and spinning. It's really rewarding.
You get in the state where you kind of lose yourself in it, and I think that that's a real spiritual process. Like if you think about Zen, they say that Zen is reached whenever you become the brush and the brush becomes the paper, and you're just kind of doing it. So I feel like that's what really hooked me on it, was like reaching that like flow state of connectedness with the thing I was doing.
I could never see a day coming where I felt like, I gotta put this behind me and move on and grow up. I think having this kind of release and this kind of feedback, something you can put your effort into that doesn't really involve anybody else, and you do on your own time, but that you have your own feedback from, is something you definitely, I think, is going to be a lifelong passion.